grab your pen, your paper, all your good stuff, whatever you need. And your pen. This is my favorite pen. It is a teeny tiny fountain pen. I love it. I think it's fucking badass, but you use whatever you want to do. So here's what we're going to do before we even get started on the tapping today. I want you to write the date at the top of the page, and that is Sunday, February 26th, if you are with us live. And underneath that, I want you to write down 3 things that are truly spectacular about you. I love that you're all like, I got it, let's go. So write down 3 things. And now, once you've got those 3 things, you shouldn't have to think too hard about 3 great things about you. They should be relatively at the tip of your fingers. You know what I'm saying? And then underneath that, I want you to write down 3 things that you are working on. Like, they're not perfect yet, but it's your goal that they're going to get better and you're working on it. And you might find that those 3 things are kind of related to each other. They sort of like, they're part of a chain that kind of goes together. Does anybody want to share their 3 things that are spectacular about them in the chat? Because we'd love to see. Anybody? Okay, cool. Super resourceful, my childlike spirit, silliness, humor, my ability to connect with others, how I can talk to any stranger and make them feel like they're my best friend. Yes, big heart, super smart, hot AF, fun and confident. Yes, the best sense of humor ever. I am beyond resourceful and never give up. Intelligence, beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. So good. I love this. These are beautiful. Okay. And now I'd love to hear, what are the 3 things that you are working on? Where are the places that you're like, you're shining it up, you know, you're just making that motherfucker gleam, but you're not quite at like full showroom shiny yet. Okay. Loving my body, patience, being kind to myself, sugar intake. Yes. Okay. Taking care of myself, emotional expression, shifting my energy, trusting the process, boundaries, talking slower, managing anxiety, trusting the universe, organizing my time, jealousy, sensitivity, small talk. And here's my question. Was it easier to think of the things that you were like working on than the things that were immediately great? Charlotte's nodding her head. And my other question is, do you feel like you spend a lot of time thinking about the thing you need to work on? Yeah. I think, yeah. What really happens with these kinds of things is that when we have a problem, usually the way that our brains work is we just kind of go there. We're like obsessed with solving this problem. It's really what we want to do is figure this out. And what I'm going to suggest is maybe focusing more on what's great about you will actually help you with some of those other things. If you think about those things that are fantastic about you, like I wrote down, like enthusiasm, creativity, etc., can you take some of those positive things and actually use them as leverage to fix that next thing? Like, can I bring my enthusiasm and my creativity to those things that I'm working on, those things that I'm polishing up, right? So can we just take those things that we already are like, I got this, like, this is my strength, and be like, can I apply this to that thing? And if one of your qualities, like a lot of you said, like my humor is one of my strengths, or my ability to connect with other people, can you use humor to help you get through this thing that feels hard? Or can you use your ability to talk to and connect with other people to say, hey, could you help me? Rachel said, yes, be kind to myself about my body. Yes, yes. So can you take that thing and put it on the thing that you're polishing? Definitely, I'm hardworking, and I could definitely remind myself that I could direct that to myself instead of others. Yes, beautiful. So if you feel so inclined, would you like to draw an arrow from 1 or 2 or 3 of those positive qualities to that thing you're polishing? I'm going to do it right now. Marie's like, I already did it. Good for you. Well done. You're ahead of the curve. I love it. Such an initiator. Yes, yes, yes. Casey says, wow, they all connect. Isn't that fucking brilliant? So brilliant. It's crazy how they all go hand in hand. Yes, they really do. So cool. Yes. Someone said, can you say that again? Yes. So can you use some of your positive qualities? Can you leverage your positive qualities to work on those things that are tricky for you right now? Those things that you're polishing up. My notebook is a sea of arrows. Yes. Okay. Now, they're not always necessarily going to match up, because I only had you write down 3 of your positive qualities. You've got at least 297 of them. So if you're feeling like, fuck, they don't totally go, you could write down the other 294 of them and see which ones of them you can use to work on this thing that you're polishing up. Linda says, find the beauty in hard work. Love it. Love it. That's so beautiful. I'm caring to others, so I need to be kinder to myself. Wow, they all connect. My positive quality of deep love and empathy goes with the fact that I'm working on trusting my romantic relationship. 1,000,000%. And this is the thing, those things that you want, those things that you want to work on, you have that in massive quantities already in a different area of your life. So take this like abundance of great stuff you've got and just be like, I'm going to redirect this. Maybe I usually use my enthusiasm and my creativity for work. Maybe I could use it for this instead. Maybe I could point it here. And what would that look like? And how would my life be different? I mean, brilliant. And by the way, I just came up with that on the spot. So you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, we're going to do some tapping on focusing on what's great about us and using that as leverage to make everything else work in our lives. I would love for you to grab your Ginormatron water receptacle, have a jolly swig. Virginia's got a coffee cup. I hope there's some water in there. Maybe there's like a moon on it. Very cute. Oh, Savannah says, what's the new sticker at the bottom? Well, I'm glad you asked. It actually says, hi, bye, motherfucking honey on it. And I know it's backwards, but you get the idea. By the way, I don't know if you know this, and in fact, I think Audrey was like, don't tell anyone this, but I'm going to tell you because I'm not very good at keeping a secret. Courtney's like, fuck my life. But if you buy something from the merch store, and not that we have a lot of stuff left over, you do get a free sticker. And you might just get a high vibe honey sticker if you're lucky. The stickers are actually all really cute. There's a drink your water sticker like this. There is, I've also got this one in my journal, the be right back manifesting sticker, which is a vibe. There's some real cute ones. There's like a Vortex sticker. They're cute. Will the high vibe honey pink sweaters make a comeback? I'm not sure. I think that we are going to redo it all. So who knows? If you have suggestions, then just let us know. Okay. Audrey messaged me the other day. She's like, I want to take over the merch. I was like, okay. She was like, you know, you can get custom vibrators. I was like, okay, like, let's put it together. Let's make it happen. So, you know, just stay tuned. There's always something good coming down the pipe. All right, let's start here on the side of the hand and let's just focus in on our hot ass qualities. I have so many excellent qualities. At least 297 of them, if not more. And sometimes I really get bogged down in what's not going well, in where I feel I'm fucking it up, in the places I wish I was different, at those things that seem easy for other people, but just seem really hard for me. Like everyone else mastered that thing, but I missed the class. I'm like, huh? I don't know how to do that. But maybe I could use my abundance of positive qualities to help me move through some of my challenges. Maybe I can apply some of those great qualities to the challenges I have at hand. And maybe changing these things that I'm working on don't have to be really hard or really out of my comfort zone, because I can use the ways that I'm already strong to help me get through it. And what a fucking relief that is. Like, you're telling me I don't have to become someone totally different. And I don't have to learn a whole ass new skill set. I can just capitalize on what I've got. Best news ever. So even though I focus on what ain't great, and sometimes I beat myself up about it, sometimes I cry about it, sometimes I write sad journal entries about it. For years, maybe even I've been writing the same sad journal entry about it. Maybe it's time for me to make a shift in the way that I approach this. Maybe it gets to be an extension of what's already good about me. Maybe I get to take my excellent lens and just shift it over the problem. And maybe, just maybe, it could become easy and joyful, maybe even a little bit sexy. So even though I've been looking at this problem and doubting myself, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. And I'm ready for it to fucking change. And I'm ready for it to change on my terms. Because I am in charge of my life. And so it is. All right. Take a deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Let it go. Have a stretchy. If that feels. Oh, I have to show you my t-shirt also. Hello. By the way, this is Elton John merch. The bitch's back is a whole Elton John thing. So I bought this on Amazon. I mean, just wanted to share in case you're in the need for the bitch's back t-shirt, especially because I have PMS. So it's like, this is the week for the shirt. You know what I'm saying? All right. Grab your water. Let's have a little swig. A little swiggeroo. Robin's like, I've been writing that sad journal entry for years. Haven't we all? Me too. That's the worst thing when you open an old journal and you're like, fuck, I was still complaining about this then? Honey, I'm glad I'm not my friend because I'd be real sick of hearing about it. Real sick of hearing about it. Move the fuck on, you know? Jesus. All right. Let's start tapping on the top of the head and let's just clear it the fuck out. I'm so bored of this journal entry. Like, Jesus, change the record, you know? But I keep writing that same journal entry because I'm approaching the problem the wrong way. I'm not using the skills I already have. I'm trying to solve it like somebody else would, or like somebody else tells me, rather than bringing my own deep knowing, rather than bringing my own character, rather than bringing the things that make me special and different. Because my positive qualities are fucking amazing. They're epic. I wouldn't trade them with anyone else's. But I feel like I have to solve my problems like some academic would. Or somebody with a different brain and a different approach. I like to solve problems my way. In a way that really fits with me. But I haven't been doing that. So no wonder it hasn't shifted. So even though I have been looking at this really the wrong way, because there is a right way to think, a way that's resourceful and optimistic, and there's a wrong way to think, where the problem is insurmountable and impossible. I am forgiving myself for thinking the wrong way about it. And I'm letting go of all the old solutions that I used to toss around. Like if they didn't work so far, then they're probably not going to work now or in the future. So it's time for me to see this differently. And it's time for me to take one of my positive qualities, at least one, maybe two, maybe five, and throw them at this so-called problem. And if I throw those great qualities at this problem, like if I throw my creativity or my enthusiasm or my empathy at the problem, then what comes out the other side? Something totally different. This is like some Willy Wonka's chocolate factory shit. We're making a whole new thing. We're making lickable wallpaper. And we're making everlasting gobstoppers. And ice cream that never melts. Rather than, oh, it's not working, fuck my life. And more sad fucking journal entries that I am so over writing. I don't want to write them anymore. And next time I notice myself starting to go down that boring fucking path, the gray path, I'm going to notice and I'm going to stop myself. And I'm going to write something else in my journal. Something like, hey, you're better than this. Hey, this is really boring. Hey, why not use those things that are great to work through this shit? And I know that when I bring my positive qualities to this so-called problem, the result will be brand spanking new. And maybe it's not even a problem at all. Maybe it's an opportunity for me to expand beyond what I've ever known. Maybe it's an opportunity for me to become my own dream girl, boy, person. Maybe it's an opportunity for me to achieve mastery. Maybe it's an opportunity for me to change my whole future. Because if I can switch the way I see this problem, my fucking life is totally different. Everything changes. Everything pivots around it for the positive. So let me remember all the things that are good about me next time I feel stuck. And let me say to myself, bitch, not today. We are only going up. Switch that motherfucking lens or I'll smash it. Very aggressive, but sometimes, you know, you just got to be a brute. So even though I've been looking at this thing all wrong, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. And it's time to bring my excellence to this issue. It's time to bring my resourcefulness and my joy and my fabulousness. Because I know I can figure this out. It is literally not rocket science. Excuse me if anyone here is in NASA, but I don't think we are. So I know I can figure it the fuck out. And I know I can do it with fun and flair and funky ass flavor. All right. Take a deep breath in, hold it at the top, let it go. Now, I really want you to use your momentum that you have just built. I actually do not think we will do a honey hive today because we have just really shifted something in your brain. And what I want you to do is grab your journal again. I'm going to end the call. And I want you to write down some of the ways that you can take those positive qualities and overlay them with the shit that has been troubling you. So for me, if I want to bring my enthusiasm and my creativity to this issue, what does that look like? What things could I try? I want you to write down like 10 things that you can try. Okay. And like put on some music that makes you feel good and dance around your room. If you're feeling stuck, I'm telling you, if you move your body, you will get new answers. And just see, what can I bring to this thing that's going to be different than what I used to bring? Did your solution used to be, I'm going to read a book about it. I'm going to look for a YouTube video on it. And I'm going to find a podcast on it. Maybe the solution should be, I'm going to bring my sensuality to it. What does that look like? Are you going to bring your joy to it? What does that look like? Are you going to bring your support network to it? What does that look like? How do we do it differently? Let's try doing something different. Because what used to be the thing that you were doing, it ain't fucking working. Because if it was, this would not be your problem right now. Right? So let's just be devastatingly real with one another. So let's shift it up. That's it. I love you. I will see you next week. Thank you for being here. Have a beautiful Sunday. Get your journal. Go do the thing. Do the thing. Okay. I love you. Goodbye. Mwah.